What is going on, guys?
Intro for that.
I like it. I like that intro. It's so cool. You just like
Yeah, you got to get that jazz movement going on.
Yeah,
It makes you want to
Play
dance.
it again. Play it again, real quick. That was awesome.
it's just so cool.
It's got that nice rhythm to it, you know.
You call that is awesome, man. I love that.
It's got that nice little rhythm to it. Nice little rhythm to it. So guys, what is going on? How are you doing today?
What's up?
I'm
doing?
here.
Wonderful.
How did y'all's live go last night? What did y'all eat?
Oh,
Some we didn't mind. Some we didn't mind. Some were just
Actually- Actually, none of them were like terrible.
No, I was about to throw up the mayonnaise and peanut butter sandwich.
mayonnaise and peanut butter sandwich, which
Man, I've got to be
wasn't
psycho.
bad.
would
The
Mayonnaise.
spring rolls and yogurt was actually good.
Yeah,
The what?
spring rolls with yogurt.
Or actually, it was more egg rolls than yogurt.
Well, egg roll, yeah, but it was supposed to be spring rolls, but neither one of us could find spring rolls, so we did egg rolls.
And the strawberries and sour
Strawberries.
cream were pretty good.
Yeah, strawberries
Yo,
with sour cream. That's not bad.
Crazy.
The avocado with chocolate. That was a no. And it's not even that it tasted bad. It was just the
There's a
consistency.
texture.
Yeah, texture was just like, get that out of my mouth.
What is
And,
wrong with you?
What we do?
There's a lot of things wrong
turkey
with
and peanut
it.
butter sandwich.
Turkey and peanut butter.
Yeah, deli turkey and peanut butter.
We don't have a show long enough to explain what's wrong with me. So
And even that wasn't that bad. Like none of them were like, oh my god, disgusting, spit it out. But definitely not
Yeah,
combinations. You're like,
I'm getting the Reddit. I'm getting the Reddit post thread started up today. So we're gonna see what they're gonna come up with for next month.
yeah.
All right, so I'm a texture person. So I can eat just about anything until it starts infringing on my like texture problem.
You would have that problem with the avocado.
Yeah, I don't do avocados because of that, or
Yeah,
tomatoes.
texture.
Yeah.
The texture of them just kills me. I can't do the texture. It's not that I don't enjoy the flavor. The texture of it's just weird.
That's how I am with coconut. Like I love the flavor, but I
Oh, I
can't
love
eat the fruit.
coconut.
I can't eat the coconut fruit. That texture is just I can't do it. But I love the
JB?
flavor.
JB, you're kind of quiet over there. How you doing?
Yeah,
I'm
JB's
good,
like,
man.
I
I'm
don't
just
do
taking it
food.
all in, man. I don't.
Eating is on
Food
point,
talk is
though.
okay, but
We're gonna
I
get
got so many.
we're gonna get JB
going
on the
right now.
weird. We're gonna get JB on weird food combos.
Yeah.
So hey guys,
Yeah, everything you've said is nothing I would eat. So
I'm not eating it. Quick chat room shout out, guys. We truly appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us today. If we don't acknowledge y'all that much, it's because we get caught up talking about all the spoilers that are going on. JB, how are you doing? You want to walk us through the beginning of this one? This one was an interesting one. This one was
we're getting
interesting.
right into it already, just
This
like
one's
that.
getting interesting. This one was interesting. This one caught my
I don't even
attention.
No, hold on.
You know
Hold on. The question is, does Wayne actually know even what's going on?
Not a clue.
No,
Zero. Zip.
All right,
Zip.
so
But it was
Actually,
cool
you know
enough
what?
that it had my attention.
I was wondering if we could do this a different way. I'll
Absolutely.
let someone else drive, meaning narrate, and then I'll look for images that match what you're kind of talking about because I've kind of got some things loaded up.
There we go.
So
And we got to start
you know
all
what
the
I'm
way
saying?
from what he's showing right here. Of course, this entire show is homage to the Brady Bunch.
The Brady
even,
Bunch.
even from the beginning, it was
And
an
Partridge
homage to the Brady
Family.
Bunch. However, if
And-
people will notice a complete difference of the pictures. We have the hexagon shape, whereas in the Brady Bunch it was square shapes. Have we? I know we talked about it last week, possibly being the 4 points of the Infinity Stones. I think I've blown that out of the water. I think I know what that is actually referring to.
Okay.
My idea is, and I did a little bit more research into the hexagon shape, but I think the hexagons in the beginning is a direct connection to AIM, which stands for Advanced Idea Mechanics, which could be either the new Hydra or a connection to Hydra.
So what is Hydra? You're gonna have to
Because the logo for AIM is a hexagon. That's the only reason.
Right.
What is Hydra though?
Hydra is the evil entity empire from the Nazi regime.
Yeah, that was pretty much through all the beginning Marvel movies. Hydra, like
Hydra.
They infiltrated Shield. The Avengers went and attacked them in the beginning of Age of Ultron. Got the wand from Strucker and all that. Yeah, that was all Hydra. Captain America in the first movie, he was fighting Hydra.
I mean, JB, you're a comic book guy. Do you think AIM could be a possibility in this?
I don't know. I don't think I have enough information to choose that yet. I mean, I think that there's so much speculation in every single direction. I'm just not sure to tell you the truth.
I just know because like we know that the logo for AIM is a hexagon. So again, there's all kinds of speculation. That's my thought of what it is.
There's a lot of clues that points to AIM, but I don't think they would do it like that. Mainly because they mentioned AIM in Iron Man 3, because that was I forgot his name, but yeah, that guy was he started AIM, and then we haven't heard from them since. So it's like for them just to pop up again out of nowhere.
Very well. I mean, Sword just came back. Is new into the picture,
and then for them to bring up two new organizations that not that many people know about outside of the fans. I mean, fan service it'd be great, but for the average person watching, it's like, okay, who are these two new groups now? It's bad enough they got to get used to who Sword is. Now you got to try to figure out who AIM is too. So
yeah. We go. Are we talking about Muppets now?
Yeah,
no, it's not loading. I'm so frustrated. I'm like, no, I won't cut a video this time. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be so easy. And no, the whole thing just farts on me. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, it goes into the intro, and then of course it comes out. You know, it starts right out with them talking to the doctor because, of course, the last episode. Episode 2, it ended with her being pregnant.
Right.
So then they're talking to the doctor. There is one thing that's starting to bother me a little bit, and it definitely explains. It definitely reasons to the fact that yes, Vision is not real because especially this episode, it really showed it out because in the beginning you could tell when he's talking to the doctor, he's very worried. He's asking a lot of questions. He's doing it. I mean, you got to remember, Vision's a symbiote. He's a robot. He doesn't really have emotions, but throughout this entire thing, he expresses emotions. So, you know, it's definitely Wanda's vision. No pun intended.
There you go.
Hey, so let's pause real quick. Are we all agreeing that it's the Brady Bunch? Because I thought that's what they were paying homage to, but
totally.
It's the Brady Bunch /
that was the same staircase, right?
The same staircase and the wood paneling and the whole thing. That was a straight up Brady Bunch.
I thought, you know, that's what it was. I heard Chris say that's what it was, but I wanted to make sure that we were all like on the intro page.
The intro, the song was like Partridge Family.
That and the wordings, WandaVision was in the wording of Brady Bunch.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that now.
Wasn't the song from the Monkees?
The song they played at the end, yes.
Okay.
The song at the beginning, I don't think it was. I think
so do we think every one of these, and I know I asked this question last time, do we think every one of them is going to be themed after a show? I mean, are we going to see some like Married with Children thing?
At least half the
season. We will at some point. When they get up into there, why not?
But
I think when it gets to the very last episode, it's probably going to be like real life, what's going on in the MCU world of 2023. But leading up to it, I think all the episodes are going to be like an homage to different time periods, comedies and stuff.
But this one definitely touched on even things that I had theories about last time that squashed that. But anyways,
squashed that.
It made me realize. So anyway, so they're talking to the doctor, and you know, he's asking a bunch of questions, kind of worried. Doctor says she's 4 months pregnant.
Yep.
She just got pregnant, so it's like, wow, okay, you're 4 months pregnant. He walks the doctor outside. Doctor says, "Oh, I'm going to go take a vacation to Bermuda." Okay. So you walk in. I think there was some sort of reference there, but that one I wasn't quite. I mean, the only thing that brings to mind Bermuda is like that prison they have out in the ocean.
The raft.
Yeah, the raft, which is possibly out in that direction. That's the only thing that came to mind. But so he comes back in, and she's already bigger,
right,
than she was
already. The time he walked away and came back.
Yeah,
yeah.
But before we send him back inside, we had this weird moment where he's outside, and you got Herb, his next door neighbor, was trimming the hedges. And he's got this hedge clipper going right through the wall. Vision's like, Herb, don't you think you've cut a little bit extra?
And doesn't he look like he's like, I'm not going to use the word stone, but he is like in a daze and confused.
Yeah.
He has no clue as to what the hell is going on, right?
But this also answers to where I think to a certain extent, the people within, even the people within the town are in a trance.
Yeah,
people are in a trance, and he just was completely in a trance, and you could see it on there. So they don't. I don't know. I think some of them know the reality, and some of them don't. When they snap in and out of these trance moments,
yeah,
they seem to have these trance moments where they just. I mean, it's like, like the computer freezing. I don't know, but that seems to be what it is.
Like they're glitching, like they're snapping in and out of consciousness of the world that they're in. Yeah.
But then, she goes back in, finds out she's more pregnant, and then it goes into a scene. Yeah, there's her scene. And then
look at his face, blow it up. Look at his face.
I got to hold on.
He was just
that was kind of like Wayne's face last week.
That's my face all the time. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And hold on, I want to point something out. Just I kind of want to point out something really quick. As I'm looking at this, it reminds me of something. The first episode was Dick Van Dyke Show or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Dick Van Dyke Show was the first.
Dick
one.
Van Dyke, but it was shot in black and white, and it was shot with the technology and the angles of that. Right. And then as it progressed, now we're into the Brady Bunch, and look at that fake background.
Yeah, the background
is as fake as it gets, man.
Yeah.
And it seems like the camera angles and the props that they're using are the period. It's not like they're. It's brilliantly done that way. I just want to point that out.
Very true to the era that it's
true to the era, even to what you would have seen in the TV show. It's not like they're going to show you the Brady Bunch, but from aerial footage that you'd get, nowadays that you don't get those shots.
Those establishing shots of the town is like no helicopter flyovers. It's like in a car driving down the street with neighbors waving. Yep.
But so he goes back in. Wanda's more pregnant, and then they flip to a scene of, Wanda's using her magic to put together a crib and everything like that, and Vision's in there.
By the way, really quick, speaking of things being period pieces or in the era, that was a modern crib.
Yeah,
the screws were modern.
The screws were the hexagon and screws. I know because I have
hexagon screws.
So those were modern parts.
I think that was purposely done because those screws are hexagon.
Who was looking at the screws?
I did.
I noticed them immediately.
He's looking at details that I would have never even thought of.
I was
looking at the art on the wall. Weren't you guys looking at the art on the wall and thinking, what would the crane need? I'm looking for something on the walls when you walk into the room, and this guy's looking at screws.
No, but go back and rewatch it. It's not hard to notice. It was right in your face. It's like they did it for you to notice it. Because that's something I probably wouldn't notice. Who looks at the screws? But those were modern screws.
You do. You're the only one I know that looks at the screws.
It was right in front of your face. The modern screw. I was like, that's a modern crib. But then when they cut back to when the babies are born, it's in an old timey crib. So the crib that they showed, they didn't even use. It was weird.
Looks at the screws. We're just wondering.
I'm telling you,
I'm with you. I did notice the screws too. I noticed them right off the bat.
I didn't notice any screws. I found one little thing at the end, and I thought I was a genius. And y'all are probably going to be like, no.
Wait. Look at Holly's comment. Holly was here. Is everybody getting the same thing? If anybody watching this has never seen the Truman Show, the movie, go watch it. Because then you'll understand. It's the one guy doesn't realize that he's in the show.
And I'm gonna tell you, when I first saw that movie, it messed my whole life up because I was like, what if that's me? What if I'm literally in a Truman Show?
What if people are like, here he comes. All right, ready?
Yeah. It's like,
look, I hope they're
because
real
if you think about it, if you thought people were watching you all the time, imagine the things you would never do when you're alone.
Oh, man, what do you mean?
And that means I never did all those things.
I never did that.
I'm going to answer Jesse Lou's question or thing. No, Vision is not real. Vision is real because if you look at the Vision from the MCU before Infinity, he's a symbiote, so he's very precise. He knows exactly what's going. He can read it. He's very, he doesn't have those emotions. He doesn't have the ability to have the emotions.
Right.
So he's definitely not real. And at the same point, he is questioning everything around him, but that's it's almost like an outside thing trying to bring him in. What's up, dude? What do you think?
Do you want to hear my theory here?
Yes.
This is my new vision theory that I just come up on the fly.
Give yours and I'll give you mine.
So I was rewatching Endgame, and remember that Shuri is doing her best to basically download Vision.
I still don't think
she's downloading Vision is what she's trying to get, because they're saying, hey, the stone, he's not all the stone. There's a lot more to him than just the stone, right? And she's doing her best to download him. If Wanda is truly in some sort of sleep, trance, or whatever it is, and it's computer, Matrix style, they're plugged into her, then he's in the computer. He's there. Because now he is just a computer. He is like Jarvis, who went to go hide in the government's computer during Ultron. Once he's been downloaded, Vision was downloaded. Now he's floating around in the ether of the internet, and that's how he gets involved in this.
Yes, but that theory sort of gets debunked a little bit as we get into it, into where I think it's going.
Debunk me.
Debunked a little. We're gonna get to that part. This is where I think I'll show you where I think Vision is not, and this is where all of a sudden it clicked in my head. It's like, oh wow, okay. So they go through, they're doing all that, and then they get to this point where Jesse was saying he starts to get worried. He's like, something seemed to be wrong here. Something seems to be right.
Was that before? And
all of a sudden, it wasn't a stop and a rewind. It was like a glitch in the Matrix.
Yep.
Well, he comes in from the neighbor. He comes in from outside, and he's like, "That was weird."
Yeah.
So he knows something's funky.
Yeah. And when he
that's
Wanda
like,
about
hey,
it just went right back.
Wanda's, hey, did you notice that they're kind of? And then she just like straight glitches him instead of rewinding like her normal.
But I don't think that's Wanda.
Because you don't think it was her?
No, although I think that
I'll shut up and listen.
There's a main reason why I'll show you as we get into it, where it popped in my brain that she's not controlling this. I thought so last week, but now I'm saying she's not controlling this at all. Somebody else is controlling this, and with of course the help of the three people that we've talked about last week. She's not controlling this. She's being guided. She's being guided to believe something in particular. And then, like I said, I will get to that point where we get to it. But there was one point that I wanted to hear you guys. Now, there was a point where they were putting together the crib. They're looking at this mobile. The baby kicks, and also the butterflies become real. And she thinks that was her. That wasn't her. That was Wiccan. Wiccan kicked because Wiccan has the same exact powers, or Tommy has the same exact powers that she does.
Right.
Whereas Billy, who is Speed, has the same exact powers as her brother.
Right.
So Wiccan is actually the one that made the butterflies when he kicked, or probably pushed his hand, and he made the butterflies real.
Possibly.
That's my theory on that one. And then we got to the reality. And then there was a commercial.
These commercials to me are genius. I want to know where they're getting their props, where they're getting their inspiration.
Did you guys write down the words?
Write down the
I
words.
didn't write down the
Hold
words.
on. I got it right here.
I remember the last line.
No, the entire commercial explains everything.
Yeah, find the goddess within, but
hold on. I wrote down all the words. It says, escape to a world all your own where your problems float away. When you can't, when you want to get away but don't go anywhere, Hydra soak, find goddess within.
Yes.
So that's explaining she's escaped to another world, so to where all of her problems have gone away. Because remember, she's just coming off of Endgame, and she just came back from the dusting. So this is all still in her mind and everything like that. And so this explains everything. So I watched that commercial like 10 times. I rewind it, watch it. It explains it. And then of course Hydra. But it's also saying because Hydra soak, hey.
Like, pay attention to me, Daddy.
But Hydra, that also is saying that possibly Hydra is connected within keeping her cage. Now, I still don't think they're controlling it, but Hydra's involved in it, and that's why Sword may be monitoring it, but that's why Sword's also looking for when the sound came through. Wanda, who is doing this to you? They don't exactly know just yet who's doing this to her. That's why I don't think she's also in control. But there was a distinct moment within it that I said, dude, she's not in control anymore. Or she was never in control.
I still think she's in control.
Yeah, I kind of have the feeling that she's very much in control. I don't think she's fully aware of what's going on, but I think that she's slowly discovering that she's very much in control as to what's going on.
Well, we're getting to that actually right into now. And I'm going to explain why I don't think she's in control. Of course, she starts having birth. What the hell's her name?
Hold on. Back up a few steps when the neighbor
Geraldine comes over. She starts talking. She's trying to hide the pregnancy, and of course, she's growing. She's getting ready to have she's already having the contractions, stuff like that. And Vision runs out to go get the doctor because she's having the contractions, and he speed runs out to go get the doctor. Geraldine comes over, needs a bucket, and she comes by, and she's trying to hide it, but she can't. After a while, she just can't hide it anymore, and she just starts having the baby right there and then. So Geraldine helps her have the first baby, and then the doctor gets there with Vision, and they're like, okay. But there's a point in there when she was having the baby, everything was just going crazy, because mainly more of her powers. Now, there was something that did jump out at me that out of there was when the fireplace went bursted out. To me, I think that's a symbol to Mephisto as part of the Hell Realm is a symbol of that. But also within that, before she even has a baby and she's walking around and Geraldine's sitting there just chatting away, doing all this, there's a stork that pops in.
Yes.
Okay.
That was funny.
That is exactly where I'm going to tell you she's not in control, because she tries not one, not two, but 3 times to try to get the stork gone. The stork doesn't disappear. However, every single time she does it, it comes up in a red smoke. My belief is the crane or the stork is actually Mephisto. And he's looking over, because remember, these are Mephisto's kids. These are actually Mephisto's kids. So he's looking over. He's controlling the realm. He's controlling everything. So because she can't get rid of the crane, Mephisto's going, no, I'm watching. I'm staying here. I'm doing this. And she can't get rid of it. She can't. But the red smoke each and every time, and he keeps walking out of the red smoke. To me, that's a clear indication to Mephisto from the Hell Realm.
Okay, so my question to you real quick, though, it's really to everyone, not just to you. So my question is, this lady comes to the front door. She comes in. Wanda clearly acts as if she knows who this person is, right? She acts like they've been long-term friends forever. She's trying to hide what's going on. So are we? It was the new character. Are we going to see new characters like this a lot?
No, I think she infiltrated.
Yeah,
and that's where the whole ending of this comes in.
Yeah, I still think that she came in on the helicopter that she found, that Wanda found in the last episode.
Very possible.
I think she flew in on the helicopter or got too close to the bubble.
The banging came in, and then all of a sudden you got Geraldine.
Yeah, that's what I think. And then, because even Agnes and Herb was saying like she doesn't belong here, like she's not from here.
Well, did you guys go turn on your closed caption when we got?
Yes, always do the closed caption.
I turned on the closed caption because there is details there too. Because you can't hear it, So I had to turn on the closed caption.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell they were saying.
Yeah.
But anyways, they had the first baby. This Vision's also going crazy. His emotions getting out of control. That's why he's not real. When they have the second baby, so of course you got Billy and Tommy now, and then Vision walks the doctor out and says, hey, hopefully you get to still make it in your vacation. And he emphasizes, it's kind of hard to escape.
So here's my question. If Vision's not real, right? How is he interacting with other people? I mean, how did he carry?
That's what Wanda wanted. Wanda wanted to have her life with Vision. So, of course, she's going to push to have the world that she wanted. He wants her to have these kids. And this is also where a lot of this is also coming in. This is where my plot line comes in. But I'm not going to release what my idea for my plot line is until the end. So it's all going to make sense. It's all soon going to make sense. Except for one part. I still haven't figured out one part of it. So he said it's hard to escape. And then he turns and he hears the neighbors talking. And he hears it's Agnes and Herb. And you can't really make it out when you watch the show. And you're like, what is it? So I went back, turned on the closed caption.
Yeah,
and
I always watch captions on.
Huh?
I said I always watch with the captions.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But so Agnes first says, what is she doing in there? Herb says, I don't know. And then Vision says, howdy. They both say hi. Then Agnes goes back to him whispering, did you see her go inside? Herb said, she went right in. And then Agnes says, and her tummy.
Yeah.
Did Geraldine? And then Agnes says, that's fine. And then I said, oh, and then of course Vision said, did you lose power too? I thought that right there is of course they know Geraldine, aka Monica Rambeau, is not supposed to be there. She was not supposed to be a character within this. This isn't supposed to be part of the plot line for this reality.
Okay, so why does that one female seem to not be in the same days that everyone else is in? Why doesn't, I mean, because she was conscious enough that she was withholding information from Vision on purposely and was even kind of getting that other guy to like, whoa, back off. Don't go too far.
I think Herb's partially coming out of it because I think they come in and out of their trance. So in my idea of what he was actually going to say, he kept saying that and then she stopped him. I think Herb was going to say that that they're all trapped inside. That's what I think he was going to say. But if he said they were trapped inside, that was going to make it the reality of what it actually is.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they click over to Wanda talking about her brother and singing that Sokovian song to the kids. And then, she tells Geraldine about her brother was killed. She was also a twin. And Monica snaps out of it. She snaps out of the trance and says, yeah, your brother was killed by Ultron. So now the reality is becoming real. She's now starting to realize, wait, there's something here. And then that's when you realize that in the beginning when she says, go back to the, hey, quiet. Kids are crazy. That's when in the back before we first saw Geraldine, she in the last episode she said, when they're sitting at the table, she goes, I don't know why I'm here.
Right.
Everybody knows to a certain extent why they're there. She didn't know why she was here because she was planted into there.
Right.
By Sword. I think she's an agent of Sword, to be honest with you.
Yeah, she's definitely an agent of Sword. Absolutely.
Well, she's got the Sword logo on her necklace.
Right.
But she pops out of the trance, says it's Ultron. Then of course, all of a sudden, then she noticed. Wanda notices the necklace. Wanda's realizing, partially, I think, even though the B guy was flipped back, I think she's remembering the logo on the back of his shirt,
right? Which
is the same exact logo.
Yep. And she's like, "Oh, you don't belong here. Get out of here."
Now, I don't think when we get towards the end into this. I don't, and then of course, then you Vision comes back in and says, "Where's Geraldine?" Because of course they tell him that Geraldine doesn't have a home or anything, so he's feeling worried. He doesn't know what's going on. He comes back in and says, "Where's Geraldine?" And Wanda's just not turning around, just looking at the kids and saying, "She left. She went home."
No, she said, "I sent her home."
Yeah,
I sent her home. Is what she said.
Yep. And she's got this really eerie tone of the music, and then it all of a sudden clips away to the outskirts of Westfield. And I think she sent her home, maybe have thrown her out of the house, because again, Wanda is not still thinking this is reality. I don't think Wanda threw her out of the bubble, though. I think Agnes threw her out of the bubble.
Oh, you think Agnes threw her out of the bubble?
I think Agnes threw her out of the bubble.
That's an interesting theory.
So,
or who we know Agnes is Agatha Harkness. Now, again, this comes to my realization of what my overall theory of what the plot line is, and this is there's not only did I figure out that Mephisto is controlling the realm, but it's on the brooch. And believe it or not, I actually zoomed in. I had it on my iPad, and I actually tried to zoom in on that brooch because you couldn't see it on the first one. If you zoom in on the brooch she always wears, it has a Grim Reaper on it. He's got the Grim Reaper, sword, whatever.
Sickle thing.
Yeah,
sickle.
And you also have 2 children on there. So you got the Grim Reaper, yes. You got the Grim Reaper, and you got 2 children on there. So here's my idea of what this plot is, because it's crazy. So the Grim Reaper, of course, is the Grim Reaper, and what I think is going on is Mephisto wanted kids. This is the only part I haven't been able to figure out why Mephisto wants kids, but he wanted kids, and he figured he was going to use Wanda to do it because Wanda is extremely powerful. So he wanted some of those powers to come back onto her. So in order to do that, he had to create this realm to control this reality that her and Vision, which is her love of her life, had this great family and all this other stuff. Now, because we also remember these kids are Mephisto's kids. Now, you also have Agnes or Agatha and Grim Reaper are working for Mephisto. They're working for Mephisto, but I think the only way, and Mephisto wants the kids. How do you get the kids into the Hell Realm? You have to kill them. You have to use the Grim Reaper to bring the kids to the Hell Realm to them, where you have Agatha Harkness is the one that's also maintaining that reality. That's why I say Agatha is the one that threw Monica out of the bubble. And then so she's got to kill the kids in order to get it. And then this is where it's going to turn into, once the kids eventually do go, Wanda's going to go freaking crazy. She's going to go crazy. She's going to go rampage. This is going to lead into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, where Wanda is the villain of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and she is going on a rampage because she has lost her children.
Okay.
That's
Sounds
my theory.
good.
Excellent theory.
Excellent theory. Excellent.
There's not my theory, but
well, I want to hear yours.
Not my theory either, but that's an excellent theory. What do you guys think of this photo here, and how much information we've detailed? Whether Wanda threw her out or Agatha threw her out, she's out. But look at what is on the outside of this. Are those just lights? Is that a force field?
It's a force field. Is this
full size? Is this a shrunken reality?
Oh, no.
I saw one theory that said that the helicopter was shrunken because everything in there was shrunken, which I don't believe that. But I just don't know. What do you guys think of all that can be deemed from this photo?
Well, I definitely think it's full size because the houses and stuff that you kind of could see through it looked full size. They didn't look like they were shrunken. Mm-hmm. And at first I thought they were lights also, but if they were lights, like they would have more of them set up. It's only those 5 in that one spot.
Yeah, I think it's just lights to monitor the dome.
I don't think those lights are all the way around it, and I think that they're trying to keep the dome from getting any bigger. I think that it's a military state all around the bubble, and they're trying to keep it from getting bigger, and they're trying to infiltrate it to stop her from making it grow.
That's obviously a sword out there.
I think those are trying to contain the bubble because I think it's growing. Mm-hmm. That's why they're there. I think it's growing, and they're trying to contain it because I like Wanda, that theory. Yeah, she's already proven that she can warp reality. So and when Monica flew out of the bubble, she's still wearing her 70s clothes. I'm sure she didn't go in wearing 70s clothes because remember the last episode she was wearing 60s clothes. Yeah. So that shows that what Wanda changes can go to the outside world. So yeah, we're leading up to that.
They are getting to that point right now.
Not the no more mutants, but the no apostrophe.
No, but the no more mutants is being built up in phase 4. I guarantee you we're going to get to that part. Wanda's going to go apeshit crazy looking for her kids.
Correct. Now, I think one of the comic book storylines, and I don't quote me because I did not read this storyline. Now I've got to be on the hunt for it. But I think one of the storylines was we know that Agatha Harkness and Mephisto want Wanda to have these children because they needed hosts for demon souls to be brought into this reality.
Good possibility.
That's I need to read this comic book now. Now I'm on the hunt for these.
What it was when Wanda created the children, she used parts of Mephisto's soul. Yeah. So when he came back, he claimed his souls back, which basically killed her children. Which led to the House of M.
It was the shards of Mephisto.
Yeah.
The shards of Mephisto is what created the kids.
Right. So then that led to the House of M, which was her idealized reality of mutants being in charge and what have you. And once that got broken, that led to the No More Mutants, where she wiped out the mutants. Like she was just going through a bad time.
Going through a bad
That's
time.
A good point that Jesse Lou pointed out. I think Agnes's husband Ralph is Mephisto.
It could be because every comment she's made about her husband fits what could be a demon.
Oh, he looks better in the dark.
He looks better in the dark, exactly. So
yeah, that's the latest one.
Yeah, but yeah, my I can't even say quick theory. I'm gonna condense it because
I want to hear it.
But basically,
anything can be possible.
Basically, I think since Wanda is new to her power, because remember she hasn't had her power that long to really know how to control it, and Agnes being a witch, I think somehow they connected with each other, and it was one of those where she wanted Vision back. Agnes was like, "Oh, I know how we could bring him back. We could do a spell." All the while, Agnes is working for Mephisto, knowing that, okay, listen, we can get her to do what we want without making her or forcing her to do it. So it's like, the people in the town, I think some of them are Mephisto worshipers. That's why they're all kind of in on it. And now Agnes made Wanda do the spell. It went out of control, which is why she's trapped in there and scared. But she's wearing her brooch, which turned into a necklace this episode, which kind of protects her from being overcome by the spell. Like she's always.
I think that brooch has something to do with the magic.
Yeah. So, and them having Vision, because remember, like you guys said, Vision isn't really acting like Vision.
No.
So I think it's a manifestation of what Wanda remembers as Vision. Because, we always remember people different from what they really are. We remember them how we want them to be. So it's kind of part of her consciousness, the good part of her consciousness that's figuring out what's going on in the world, while Wanda is going crazy and wants to stay in this world because this is her idealized vision of her life. And she doesn't want to go back to the outside.
So where does
I think Vision is her her light side, and she is her dark side. I think she's split.
But where does the Grim Reaper come into play?
Well, the Grim Reaper is on Mephisto's side. Like that might be, like you said, a way for them to bring the children back to Mephisto. But I think what it is that maybe somehow Mephisto kind of like immaculate conceptioned her. Like, okay, I'm going to have her have my child to bring into the world, maybe as a conduit for him to come into the world. The same way like most villains need a way to enter our reality. Maybe that was his way to enter this reality.
But we also know that doesn't happen in the end, because we do know that eventually those kids get adopted out and they believe that they're different and they become young Avengers.
In the comics, see, that's one thing people keep doing. Marvel MCU is always doing things slightly different. They'll lead down the same comic path, but then do it different.
But I don't think they're going to lead down a comic path where those two don't become young Avengers.
Well, they might become young Avengers. I'm not saying they're not. I'm figuring somehow, some way, the plan is going to get foiled. I mean, we know Young Avengers is coming, but I'm saying this is Mephisto's plan. Like, all right, we're going to use her to create these children that are going to embody my soul, my spirit, whatever, to bring me forth into the world. But somehow, obviously, it's going to get stopped.
And how many women do y'all think wish they could have a baby in 24 hours? I mean, from start to finish, it's 24 hours.
That does answer my question that I couldn't figure out is why Mephisto wants the kids. That definitely answers in that. But I definitely there's definitely plots. I think both of our ideas still come.
Yeah,
within
and
the
I
same realm.
think the bubble is growing. It took over the town, and I think it's growing, which is why the helicopter fell through the bubble. Yeah. They were probably hovering above it. The bubble expanded, and then boom, they got trapped. Monica,
I 100% agree with that theory. I love that theory.
And as far as the beekeeper coming from underneath, they're like, all right, well, we need to get in here. Everything that goes through gets trapped. So what if we go under? And that's how he got in.
But I really think Agatha changed that. I think Agatha is the one that changed that reality of the beekeeper. Because remember, I think Agatha is actually controlling the reality with, she's the one that made it with that brooch, and that's what's kind of holding it all together. So I really think Agatha is the one that's not controlling the reality. I think that's part of Mephisto still in there, but I think Agatha is containing the reality. That's why also.
And why didn't she just throw Monica out?
Agatha wouldn't let Wanda alone. She wouldn't leave her alone in the beginning.
Yeah, if she's controlling it, why didn't she just toss Monica the first time she saw her?
I don't think she's controlling it because
if she's controlling it, she would have tossed her at any time.
Right. At the end of this episode, when Vision is outside talking to them, you can see when she's facing Herb and talking to Herb, you can see the fear in her eyes, like she's scared. Now, and then when she turns back to Vision, she's like, "Oh, happy and stuff." So I got
a question just for the panel in general and for everybody watching. If you're watching this on the rewind, wasn't that pretty tense?
It was.
That was like tense.
Those last 7 minutes were like
sitting literally on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
When they're having this conversations out front, and she's having this conversation inside with Monica on this realization, and why did you say that? And it just got real tense.
You can see the look on Wanda's face. When you go back and rewatch the episode, look at Wanda's face. Something was about to go down.
Oh yeah, something was going to after she said Ultron. So it's like the trance almost wore off. She said, "What? Wait, what did you say?
What'd you say?" And then you can see Monica trying to backtrack, and Wanda wasn't having it. She was like, "What?"
Yeah, Chase, Tommy is speed.
Yeah,
I think it's very important that the neighbors, as a parent, as a new parent, you are more protective than anything in the world, right?
Yeah.
And for her to say to Vision, that lady in there, she doesn't even really have a home.
Yep.
The look on his face, that was kind of like, what? Wait a minute. Dude, what? And he goes in there, and then Wanda made the comment, I sent her home.
Yep.
She sent her home.
She had to leave in a hurry.
Out of there. She said, you're done. Get out.
No, but the only reason I say it was
I can't rewind you. Why can't I rewind you? Get out of here.
but the only reason I don't think Wanda threw her out of the bubble was because she still doesn't completely grasp what's going on. So she probably sent her, maybe even used her power to send her out of the house. But then, mind you, Agatha was looking for Monica. So I think she got a hold of her and threw her out of the bubble. But yes, he is right. Billy was Speed and Tommy is Wiccan.
I never know which is which. I just know it's Billy and Tommy.
I don't even know that. I'm glad y'all are right.
Billy's the one with the white hair, and Tommy's the one with the headband. That's Wiccan.
Yeah.
So, there's so many things that are like not answered if these are real kids, right? So how does a kid
real kids?
Why do they get born in 24 hours? I mean, 24 hours is a little
reality.
They're made with magic.
You have the devil. You have the devil essentially creating these kids within her. It's immaculate whatever you call it. I can't get the word.
Yeah.
I can't even talk. I can't even talk anymore.
We know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's the devil put her in there. That's who Mephisto is.
Yeah. Yes. I believe that he impregnated her with his soul for her to bring forth the children for him to enter the realm or use them to advantage something.
And we don't
know
think
what yet, but
we don't think Vision's really there because I feel like Vision's really there.
well, I think he's really there, but it's not really Vision. I think it's Wanda's memory of Vision, so she created what she thought Vision would be. Because if he's not real, then there's no point of view from his. There's no point of view. Like, why would we follow him? Why would we have to see what he's doing?
Yeah, we followed him with the numbers.
Right. There would be no reason for him to do all that if he wasn't real in some way. And the fact that he's figuring things out and just as confused. If he was just strictly like engulfed in that world, he would act and do whatever Wanda wanted. He wouldn't think for himself. He wouldn't be figuring things out. He would be a part of the script. So I think he's real in a sense of she created him from her memory, but he's not real as in the real Vision, if that makes any sense.
Right. But Vision was a robot, right? So Vision was a robot. They downloaded his software just like in the Transformers. She could have put that in another robot, right? I mean, we could have did some Jetsons, like, magic, put him in another robot.
Possible, but then he wouldn't have the stone in his head. And in this show, he has the stone in his head. And remember, that's gone.
Yeah, but that could be her warping reality, right? I mean, that could.
Right. Which
also shows that he's not real because that stone doesn't. Yeah, it was put back.
Yeah. So
well, that's the question, right? I thought Cap was supposed to put them all back. So
supposedly Cap put them all back. That's what old Cap said.
Yep.
To what point did he put it back? Did he put it back into the point that it was in Ultron's head again, or did he put it back before that?
I think he was supposed to put it back before that.
I mean, Vision's head was it? Yeah. Was it? What point did he go back a little farther? Did he say, "Nah, this is good"? Right about here is good. I mean, where did he put it back?
Well, that's
a good point.
They took it back to what was it? What year was it? Avengers, when they took it from the Avengers Tower, stole it from Shield.
Loki from the no, that was the Mind Stone.
Oh, that was
the same stone.
It was in Loki's
scepter. Yeah,
it was in Loki's scepter.
Yeah.
So that's the stone that's on Vision.
Yeah, the Mind Stone.
It's not.
Mind Stone.
Yeah, because remember if you go back to there.
Where have you been? Holy shit! Are you just now there?
Remember when Loki took over Hawkeye? He used the Mind Stone to take over.
Wait, I have new videos for you to make.
Yeah,
MCU rewatch, and you review each movie in order. Okay?
Yeah.
I got one for you.
I'm gonna find a paint by color
better one. I got an even better one. Ready for this one, Chris? Al, you ready? We make a video watching him.
Watch that.
We make a video watching him watch the scenes, going, he didn't know that either. Holy shit!
Yo,
that's a great reaction. That's a great reaction video right there.
Yes,
that's what it would be. If we're watching Wayne,
we watch Wayne watching the MCU.
You didn't know
there
that?
you go.
So that's the stone from the whole Stark Towers where Loki come in, took the stone, did what he did. Is that also?
No, you are confusing the Tesseract, which was the Power Stone, with the Mind Stone.
Not what Loki had. Loki did not have the Tesseract. Those are two different things. Just because it was blue, that wasn't it. He had the staff. The Mind Stone was in there. It's when he touched people, their eyes went all black. Because it was the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch it. Okay, here we go. Iron Man 1, the first one. We all watch it tonight. Come back and do a review.
Hold on. If you're gonna do that, you gotta go in chronological order.
Chronological? No.
Before Iron Man? Oh, because that was the start of the MCU's run here.
It's got to go in
that
release order.
That would be chronological order. That would be the first one.
That's the first one.
Release order. Release order. Not chronological. Release order.
No, release order is Iron Man. You can't go start with Cap. No,
you go chronological. Yeah, you're starting.
No, actually, yeah. If you go chronological, you got Captain America: First Soldier is actually the first one.
Right.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
It was a great movie. It was a great
over and over again. I can watch that one.
Look,
we'll have to do this. We'll have to do this Wayne
I
reaction video
love
as a
that
Patreon
movie.
event.
That's one of my best. We do.
Patreon
We need
thing,
to. We need to watch Wayne watch these movies and go. He didn't watch. He missed it. He missed it. Watch. He didn't even notice. He missed it. There it is. He just missed the whole thing.
Be like, it was right there. Right
He just
there.
missed it. It went right over his head. See, he didn't
He
even
didn't
notice.
see the screws on the wall. They were right there.
He didn't
They
see
were-
the screws were modern.
They were flatheads.
Modern screws.
There was no way there was
5
flatheads
minutes
in
and 3
2000.
seconds into the episode, the screws it's right in your face.
Again with the screws. He's still on the
It's
screws.
right in your. You brought up the screws again, man. I'm just letting you know. When you rewatch this episode, look how plain and bluntly that.
I saw the screws. I saw the screws. By the way.
Because they use hexagon screws. That those types of screws were not used in the 70s.
Unbelievable. He's gonna have a meme where we've already got the one where Vision's on the slide and you got the little piece of him that's not colored.
Right? That's
We're
not
gonna-
colored. I saw that.
He's gonna have a meme with that next to the screws. The screws are modern. Those are modern. Disney.
Modern screws.
Modern screws.
They're modern.
It was done on purpose because
I got to take a picture of this, and when Wayne was watching us do the theories, I got to take a screenshot of Wayne just sitting there and just do a bubble, saying what
Like
saying
what he's
what are the Infinity Stones?
Exactly.
The Infinity Stone.
What are they talking about?
That was an Infinity Stone in his head.
Whoa!
What?
Oh,
Guys,
geez.
hey, the chat. If you guys are good at making memes, we need to see some Wayne MCU memes here going through.
Oh, y'all just asking for trouble
Right.
now. Make Wayne a meme.
We need to make Wayne a
lot of
meme
memes of
here.
me out there. None of them are all that great. I spent 2 days making Bernie Sanders memes.
Oh, those have been awesome. I've seen like maybe a good 100 of them.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of
them.
Bernie.
Yeah,
I think I made some pretty good
So
ones.
funny. Oh my goodness.
Oh my!
No,
I
we
agree.
got to put that bubble, and then we'll stick Bernie sitting in his back corner where the light is.
I got. I put Bernie in my house.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
why
Sitting on the couch.
Sitting on the couch.
You should have him right there behind you. Right?
You know what? I'm freezing right now. I could put him right next to me and it would work because I'm freezing.
Why is it so cold over there?
He had to turn off the heater.
I had
Makes
way
much
too
noise,
much fun with that. Way too much fun with that. But
Oh,
But what do you look up? I want the PNG here. Bernie Sanders.
oh man, I don't
there's so
even-
many Bernie memes going
I don't
around
even
right
know.
now.
There's so many Bernie memes out there right now. He made a T-shirt and he's donating it all to charity. Well, I mean, look, he
Hey,
took it well.
I'll
He
tell
took
you
it
guys
really
right
well.
now, if one of you guys can make an MCU Wayne meme, I will send you out a new
Uh-oh,
Mr.
it's over now.
TechBot sticker.
It's over now.
You just got to send that to my Instagram in a PNG so I can spread that around.
No one's
and I'll
making
throw
that.
in a JKL also.
No one's making that. 0 person. Let's get back to it. So Vision's not real. The children are real. I'm totally confused on what's going on with the story now. I think we're way overthinking it.
We probably
No, we're
could
not
be.
way
That's what-
overthinking it. The comic books have to back it up to a certain point.
There's something that I recently watched the Mandalorian behind the scenes show that they do, and there was a scene with Filoni talking to Favreau, and they specifically said, if we throw this in there, the fans are gonna go crazy with theories. Like they know that everything they do, we're gonna comb over it and theory cast and all that stuff. So Marvel knows that every little thing they could be throwing us totally off with this Mephisto.
There could be small things
You know?
like the crane could be absolutely nothing.
Yeah, the stork, right? And like the whole Mephisto things, because they're making it so obvious to us, the fans, with Agnes talking about her husband and having all these devil, remarks, and like with the fire and all, like they could be totally trolling us, and it could be something totally different.
Well, you got to look back to even look at MCU is the greatest at doing this, at putting people off. Because if you ever remember the Endgame trailer, every Endgame trailer had scenes in it that were never in the movie.
Right, exactly. Endgame and Infinity War had scenes that weren't in the movie.
Bernie's hanging with JB.
Bernie's chilling with you now, buddy. I'd be careful.
That's funny. Oh, come on. Come on, yeah, make it so that I can screenshot this later. Yeah,
Oh, that's
there
awesome.
you go. Oh my
Oh man, I'd
goodness.
be careful.
Oh, you know what? There's a guy next to my job that sells gloves. I think he has
Hey,
those
JD,
gloves.
right there. Hold on. You have to screenshot.
Yeah, do that again. There you go. There you go.
That's JD's next
Screenshot
thumbnail.
that. Yes. That's the next thumbnail.
All right.
So before y'all get into the Easter eggs, I want to sound smart for a minute. What's the 2800 behind Wanda at the end mean? What does that mean? So the address.
Her address. I don't know what the.
I haven't
but I
figured
know
out
it's her address.
So is it a date? So is it 28-2000? Is that what we're looking at?
Right now, I think it's just a random number.
I'm sure it means something, but yeah, I don't know what it means yet.
What's up, Bernie?
Hello, fellas. Tell me about this show, WandaVision.
I'm positive that the number means something, but I haven't looked it up to see.
You know, it's funny that Bernie fits right into your silhouette.
I know,
He
right?
does, right? He fits right. I'm freezing in here, man. I already have the. I don't want to turn the heater on when there's nobody else downstairs, so I just kind of
Get yourself a little space heater. I have a little space heater right.
I know I gotta get one.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
come on out here to Florida.
That's $20 I ever spent.
It's like 70 degrees out here.
Show off.
All right,
Oh man.
I'm doing the rest of the show like this, man.
So the 2800 means nothing because it.
We
it
don't
looked
know
like
that yet.
something-
We
I
don't
just
know
don't
that
know.
I mean, it looked like they wanted you to see that. I mean, it looked like they placed that there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not sure what it means. I didn't look it up, but I'm sure it means something.
I think it's a date.
I haven't figured it out yet. I did notice it, and I did try to look it up, but I couldn't figure that one out yet.
I would ask Bernie if he knows, but I'm afraid that it's too cold. What's going on over there? I'm concerned.
So, Mr. TechBot, do you have any Easter eggs? Tell me what you find.
I don't. I just
You have any-
I wrote down notes as I watched it.
Oh, okay.
I leave the Easter egg world to you.
Okay. Well, I didn't find a lot, but we actually went over some of them. But one thing that I don't know is an Easter egg, but something I found odd was them showing Vision using super speed, because in none of the Marvel movies you ever saw him use super speed. So it's kind of like
that's also in Wanda's mind, remembering her brother.
yeah. So that's why I'm saying like there's something with that. Like why did they show him use the super speed? When Dr. What was the name? Nielsen, before when Vision took him back outside to ask him if he's going on vacation, he said, you know, small towns are hard to escape. So kind of like he knows he can't get out. You said that one? Okay.
I just said that one.
Agnes, her brooch turned into a necklace. I mean, we all saw it, but yeah, it's changing with the times, basically. So I think that's why she
zoom in on that necklace and you'll see what I'm talking about.
If I can, I mean, you know, my phone's.
No, you guys need a phone or an iPad to zoom in on it, but you can definitely see the Reaper on there.
Okay. Of course, we mentioned Ralph looks better in the dark. You know, another reference to her husband either being a demon or something, devil, something like that. The hexagons, while a lot of good theories going on, I think the hexagons could also mean hex magic, because that I believe is what.
That's what I. Yep, hex magic.
Yeah, I think Agnes was using hex magic in the comic. I'm not sure, but to possibly.
Sorry, I couldn't hold that one.
The Hydra bubble bath commercial. It was kind of like the old Calgon commercials. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. Calgon, take me away. So that's the first thing I thought when I saw that. I was like, oh, that's the old Calgon commercial.
Yeah, that's we all caught that one.
Yeah, we caught the goddess within from the commercial. That was pretty good. Geraldine's sword necklace. We all saw that. They mentioned Billy and Tommy. Those were the twins. We all knew that. Also, Vision had a quote from Shakespeare where he said, "All the world is a stage."
Yeah.
And remember, they're being watched from the outside. So that was pretty cool when it snuck in there. when Vision asked Agnes, "Did you lose power too?" Yeah, he was talking about the power because remember everybody's power went out, but maybe Agnes lost her powers, possibly. They mentioned that Vision was a synthoid, which is the first time he's actually called one, I believe, because I don't think they said it in the first couple of episodes. And Agnes saying "stop it," kind of reminiscent of the first episode with Mrs. Hart telling her to stop it. So Agnes telling her to stop it. And also one that I didn't catch but was pointed out to me, Geraldine was wearing hexagonal earrings. I missed that.
Oh, I missed that one. I missed that one.
Yeah, I was like,
oh
what?
no, yeah, Geraldine was hexagonal. Yeah, she was.
I missed that totally. So that's all I have. And at 5 minutes and 3 seconds, hexagonal screws.
That's what I was going to ask you about the screws. What do you mean you left out the screws?
That wasn't part of the secrets or Easter eggs. That was just something that came up when he was talking about the crib, and I thought of. But yes, that part.
JB Holly wants to know what's up with the guy. What's up with the guy?
With Bernie Sanders just freezing, not moving for an hour and a half straight during an inauguration. They're like, "Is he alive?" He never moved.
Who is this man? That's Bernie Sanders.
Bernie was a trooper, man. I mean,
Bernie is the forever third candidate in every presidential race.
He's a trooper. He was a trooper. You could just see it in his face. I don't even know why I'm here right now.
Right, here we go again.
He's like grandpa that had to go to the post office and just said, "Oh, I'll stop by real quick."
Poor Bernie. Bernie just it ain't working for him.
Oh man.
Oh man. I don't know. Look, I take it as a much simpler story. I don't know. We'll just see what happens.
See, one of the beautiful things with this show and with shows like The Mandalorian and hopefully the future Marvel shows is they're setting them up in a way that makes us nerds really theory cast, and we're into it. We can't wait for the next one. Every episode we change our theory or modify it.
You can see how mine changed from last week to this week.
And the thing is,
you're gonna change it again next week after you realize you're off.
And the thing is, by the time
more information, and
that's what it is. They keep giving us bit by bit, and we're figuring it out or putting pieces together. And the thing is, by the time we get to maybe the 7th episode, we're gonna kind of know how it's gonna end, but we're still gonna theory cast on what we want to happen. Because just like The Mandalorian, we knew how it was gonna end. We all was saying, yeah, Jedi's gonna come save the day. Most of us knew it was gonna be Luke, but we wanted our own things to happen. So I think the same thing is gonna happen here. By the time we get to the 7th episode, we're all gonna be like, yeah, it's most likely gonna be this, and this, but I want this, and this.
Well, I think Captain America and Iron Man and Hulk and the Avengers are gonna come in.
They're
gonna save the day. That's my new theory. They're gonna come save the day.
I think they're gonna try to jump into the bubble and get turned into toys, and there's gonna be some kid in the front yard.
Hey, don't discount. What if it ties into the next series that Marvel has lined up, which is Winter Soldier, and that there's some tie? I don't know that they wouldn't.
It could be. Storyline. Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to come first, though. So I think I don't know if they're gonna tie in, but it's possible they could.
I've even changed my theory of where Chris Evans coming back in the MCU could be, because there's another possibility that I started reading that it could be him coming back as evil Captain America, since they're going into multiverse.
Multiverse Cap.
Look, I think Disney's going to start tying a lot of stuff that makes sense, just like they did with The Mandalorian. They're tying this story with this story. I think they'll do the same thing with Marvel. They're going to start tying it together so that it makes more sense overall. Because some of these stories get they start to get kind of random, right? You tell this story, and before you know it, so I think that they'll bring it together in the end. It's confusing. That was not me. That was it just gets confusing, but I think that this is going to be a much simpler story than we
I love that one. I didn't see that one. I love that.
Sorry, I had to.
You're right. JB, what do you got going on next week? Anything you want to talk about?
What have I got going on next week? Well, you know what? Actually, last week I had a great week last week. I dropped 3 videos last week, including I got the intro for this one. If you don't mind, it's like 24.
I caught two of them.
Of course, you got an intro.
I love JB's editing.
Here we go. Let's see if it plays. Actually, I don't even know if it's gonna play. I don't even know if it's gonna play. We'll see.
How you doing? I'm JB, and in today's comic book unboxing video.
Uh-oh.
It's all out of whack. It didn't even work because.
Has anybody else ever noticed when watching some of JB's intros that he reminds me of Casey Kasem back in the day?
Yes,
his voice
he's
does.
got
Yeah,
perfect.
He's got the radio voice. Yeah,
yes.
for sure.
It didn't work because it's all scaled off. I hate that. Never mind.
JB's videos, like I just put them on and listen. Like
I used to do that too.
I can't do that because I like JB's editing too much. I love the edits on his video.
But I did an unboxing from Reggie Collects. I didn't win, which is the intro. It's a funny because I received the Patreon supporter prize when I didn't actually win the prize. Let's see if I can rescale this thing.
How you doing? I'm JB, and in today's unboxing video, I'm going to share with you what I got from Reggie Collects Comics.
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, it stopped at the good part.
It did because I got an automatic scene switcher going on. Stupid. Live. Oh my goodness. Intro. I have an automatic scene switcher on the damn thing. So of course it says, hey man, you told me to switch it in 9 seconds. Why are you upset with me now?
Right. Only do what you tell it to do.
Oh boy.
How you doing? I'm JB, and in today's comic book unboxing video, I'm going to share with you what I got from Reggie Collects Comics from his Patreon supporter. I guess I won. Well, no, I didn't. Wait a minute. What?
Welcome to another Discovery Bay Comics production. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. There you have it.
You go.
There you have it.
Awesome.
Good Lord. Thanks for letting me play it.
JKO, you got anything going on next week you want to talk about?
Next week, 400 subscriber giveaway on Hot Topics. All you got to do is be there. Be there in the chat. Your name will go on the wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel. As long as you're in the chat, you win. That's it. And tonight, I have my interview with Taco Pops. That was supposed to be last week, but I got the days mixed up. But it'll be 2 a.m. my time. He's in Australia.
No wonder, because he posted it at 11 o'clock, and I reached out. I'm like, hey, man, you got this at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's going to be 2 a.m. here, 11 p.m. where you are, and 6 p.m. in Australia. So, yeah. After this, I'm going to sleep so I can wake up at 2 in the morning to do this interview.
All right.
So that's it for now. I mean, I got videos and stuff coming, you guys know. Also, I don't know if you saw, but I posted some Hot Topic Hot Cash. Use it, because Hot Topic has a lot of stuff, and the Hot Cash is, it expires on the 26th, I believe. So use it. Use that Hot Cash. Get some stuff. They have sodas. They got the new sodas too.
You got the new sodas.
I know you guys love them sodas, so get them.
That's the way you said that. I got some of that crack.
I got the sodas.
Get over there.
I got these sodas, man.
I got these sodas.
That's the way you said it. You're going to go check that stuff out. Get that stuff. They got some sodas.
They were slick though. A lot of the newest stuff that just dropped from Funko Fair are not available with the Hot Cash, so you won't get the Hot Cash discount. But they still got a lot of good stuff you can get. So grab some of that stuff.
Chris, you got anything going on next week you want to talk about while we're scrolling?
No, I got some videos. I got a whole bunch of boxes in the closet. I have no idea what they are anymore. And I just got to try to get videos out first of all. And then next week we have a new variety show going on here. We're auctioning off items from people's collections.
There's no auction. We're just kind of showing off some stuff I bought.
This show is going downhill real fast.
We done lost it.
Just like Bernie.
Oh my goodness. That's a good one.
You guys ever seen
that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
The Devil Flanders?
Yes, I didn't get that one, but I did see that one.
Needs to be Mephisto
It's
finally.
my newest acquisition from Fabian. Thank you, Fabian.
Devil Flanders.
All right, man.
What's going on here?
I don't know. We've lost control.
We lost control.
Oh yeah, guys. Everybody who's commenting about Taco, like I said, East Coast is gonna be like 2 a.m. So if you're able to be up, I'd appreciate it because I'm gonna be up. So just show up and show me some support, man. Have a nice cup of coffee. And
if I'm still up at 11 o'clock on Saturday night, I remember your show.
If I'm still up, I'll check it out. But I'm going to tell you that honestly.
Listen, I understand a lot of guys aren't going to be up, but that's why I do the show like that because certain people on different parts of the earth can't link up like that. So I'll be the one to make the sacrifice. You can wake up your time. I'll wake up 2 a.m. Fine.
That would just be one of my. That was one of my morning show things. I used to say good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where on the planet you are.
Exactly.
That's the new one I'm looking.
Yeah, I saw that. I posted.
I'm looking for that Funko.
Did you tell me Godzilla's supposed to be coming out tomorrow?
Godzilla is coming out.
The trailer.
The trailer is the full-length trailer.
I need that 10-inch Godzilla and Kong. I'm gonna put a shelf up here. Just them fighting. I'm gonna take it out of the box because I want them to fight.
I'm pretty sure that pop is gonna drop whenever they do the movies. The movies
Probably.
Which is in March. The movie comes out in March.
No, not when the movie drop. When Funko Fair does their movie release, their movie previews or whatever. Yeah, I think it's gonna drop that day. So I think that's either Monday or Tuesday they're doing movies.
The trailer I thought was supposed to drop today.
No, tomorrow, Sunday.
Tomorrow, okay. I thought it was supposed to drop today, so it's supposed to drop tomorrow. That will be an interesting one to see. Well, guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me today.
Holly down here real fast.
Somebody needs
to take a Funko of this man.
Funko of this man, yeah. Bernie
Bernie.
should definitely be a
Yeah,
Funko.
that's what I was just showing you on my phone. is they got somebody's like sat down and designed it already.
Is that what that was? I couldn't tell.
It's designed like the Bernie like Funko already.
Yeah, I posted it on my Instagram too. So
I will.
It's on there. I put it on mine, so yeah, it's funny. If somebody got
really
a tattoo
appreciate
of it
you hanging
already,
out with me.
by the way.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Get a
Hit
link
that
to
like
these
button.
guys' channel will be down in the description below. While you're there, you might as well go check out their Patreons. Guys, I truly appreciate y'all hanging out, and I will see y'all next weekend.